Time now for the morning rush. New this morning, we now know the identity of the driver who Santa Fe police say led them in another wrong-way chase, the third this month. Officers say that it all started when 22-year-old Nathaniel Bueno Diaz was seen beating and forcing a woman into his car. He then, according to police, led them on a chase going south in the northbound lanes of I-25. They were then able to follow him in the correct lanes while other officers stopped traffic and ended the chase. 3 New Mexico inmates are back behind bars after state police say that one of them hijacked an inmate transport van. Police say that Josh Hall, Ricky Billy, and LaCosta Reeves were in the van with the deputy behind the wheel. The deputy had to pull over because Hall said he was having trouble breathing. Deputies say that a fight ensued and Hall drove off in the van. State police ended the chase, and Hall and the other 2 inmates were taken into custody. This morning we are hearing from a witness who says that they saw a carload of teens attack a homeless man. Employees at the Denny's on San Mateo near I-40 say that the attack happened outside of the restaurant. One employee says that they tried to stop the beating. Police say that that same carload of teens later crashed on University under I-40, killing a 19-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl. Erica.
And here's a look at the hourly forecast. We are seeing that wintry mix this morning. Temperatures just above freezing. And today we'll see light scattered showers possible, with temperatures only climbing into the 40s this afternoon. So be sure to wear your warmer layers today.
More overnight tourists could be coming into Albuquerque. It's all thanks to a new program signed off on by city councilors. Last night, councilors voted to create the Albuquerque Tourism Marketing District. The program will collect 2% of revenue from the hotels and motels within the city that would then go toward marketing efforts. City councilors also voted to prevent the city from imposing a COVID-19 vaccine requirement on its employees. The restriction introduced by City Councilor Dan Lewis applies only to the COVID vaccine and not any other vaccine. Meanwhile, the mayor's public health emergency powers will stay in place. City councilors had previously voted to restrict the mayor's powers, which would only have allowed the mayor to issue recommendations and not public health orders. But the mayor vetoed that decision, and the council did not have the votes to override that. Erica.
And here's a look at the threat index. It is high today. We'll see scattered rain showers, mountain snow showers, and very strong 60-mile-per-hour winds in northeast and northwest New Mexico.
Confirmation hearings continue today for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to become the 116th Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. Proceedings began yesterday to replace retiring Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. Democratic leaders hope to have Judge Jackson on the Supreme Court bench by April 17th. Well, Texans are cleaning up this morning after severe weather tore through multiple cities. Harsh winds and pounding rain ripped through on Monday afternoon. As the extreme weather heads east, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, they are now under severe storm warnings. Well, this morning, the White House is warning that Russia may wage cyber attacks against businesses and critical infrastructure here in the U.S. The United Nations General Assembly is expected to vote this week on a resolution demanding that Russia stop its attacks on the Ukraine. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on the morning drive. We are seeing clear roads, no accidents or slowdowns. The maps are clear, and trackers heading south on I-25 near the Big I. The roads are looking wet out there, so use caution as you're driving.
An automated 1.5-meter tall robot named Foodly is helping factories organize food. The robot has an image recognition system to capture and sort the food that's in front of it, then put it on a conveyor belt to be packaged. The robot can pick up noodles, chopped vegetables, and even fried chicken. Time
now for the 5 facts. At number 5, in a couple of weeks, the BioPark will be holding their Backyard Garden Train Show. At the show, you'll be able to learn from members of the New Mexican Garden Railroaders Club. They'll demonstrate how to bring your backyard garden to life with miniature G-scale trains and how to create the landscape surrounding them. The event will be on April 7th. You can find more details at alwaysonkRQE.com.
At number 4, more overnight tourists could be coming into Albuquerque. It's all thanks to a new program signed off on by city councilors. Last night, councilors voted to create the Albuquerque Tourism Marketing District. The program will collect 2% of revenue from hotels and motels within the city that will then go toward marketing efforts. The program begins in July and is set to run for at least 5 years.
And at number 3, we are waking up to rain and snow showers across central New Mexico. Seeing wintry mix in Albuquerque right now, and it's coming down, not adding up in the form of snow because temperatures are right around and just above freezing for much of the valley. But you may start to see some accumulation closer to the colder spots like the foothills.
At number 2 this morning, 3 New Mexico inmates are back behind bars after state police say that one of them hijacked an inmate transport van. Police say that 35-year-old Josh Hall, 36-year-old Ricky Billy and 45-year-old LaCosta Reeves. They were in the van yesterday with a deputy behind the wheel. State police say that the deputy pulled over at the Route 66 casino because he was having a medical episode. However, in a late-night press release from the McKinley County Sheriff's Office, they say that inmate Josh Hall told the deputy that he was having trouble breathing and possibly having a heart attack, leading the deputy to pull over and let Hall out of the van. Deputies say that Hall had removed his handcuffs and attacked the deputy. Hall was then able to get in the driver's seat of the van and then drive off, according to officers. State police caught up with the van along I-40 a few miles west of the casino. Hall and the other 2 inmates were taken back into custody. And at number 1, we now know the identity of the driver who Santa Fe police say led them in another wrong-way chase. Santa Fe police say this all started when 22-year-old Nathaniel Bueno Diaz was seen beating and forcing a woman into his car. Officers found the car with Diaz and the woman still in it. Police tried to pull it over on the interstate, but Diaz fled south in the northbound lanes. Police followed Diaz in the correct lanes of travel, assisting officers able to stop traffic in both directions on the interstate. State police eventually stopped and arrested Diaz.